That one looks kind of savable. I might actually put that on one. Just joking. Okay, and you are saying, what was that clown doing? Okay, a couple... Okay, well first I'm going to start off here. Another knife maker, good friend of mine, had a conversation on Facebook the other night, and he said that if my blades aren't really selling too quick anymore, to go on ahead and take the grips off and put new grips on. And, well, personally, I'm not doing that because I like the oleander with the micarta. I really dig this configuration. And before I take the grips off this, I'll probably just put this in my own collection. In fact, I'm kind of taking a likeness to this particular one here. And I'd rather just put it in my collection and put one in my truck and just take it off the side altogether than liberate it of its micarta grip and try a different material for the grip. But then I thought, I do have some knives that I can take the grips off of. Last year, in 2013, there was a knife that I developed. This is actually based off of an old knife that I did back in around 2006 called, well, I don't know what to call it, but I renamed it under my dad's suggestion, the Comstock. And I got rid of that weird looking rounded belly blade and went with more of a traditional clip point style blade. And there was a television show that showed some knife makers utilizing aluminum plates to do quenching. It said that the plates actually pulled the heat out of the blade quicker than, I guess, traditional quench mediums would do. And I thought, hey, I'm game. Hell yeah. So I ran down to the local steel supplier, metal supplier, and I bought 2 aluminum plates that ran me about $230. Made this nifty little video of me taking some 01 blades, these blades right here to be exact, putting them into heat treater foil, pull them out of the forge, and put them on the plates, and then putting another plate like this on top of this plate with these blades in the middle and heat treater in foil packs. Look like little chicken in the foils on the plate there, but they're actually knives. Put the other plate over it, and then put a couple of 25-pound dumbbells on top of it. And that was supposed to pull the aluminum, the porousness of the aluminum was supposed to pull the heat out of the steel faster than oil would. Now, I've seen this technique done on, I guess it's a metal particle metallurgy version of D2. I've seen it done several times. Traditionally, for those types of steels, I've just used an air fan. Okay. Well, I said enough's enough. Okay. Anyway, make a long story short, I recklessly went on ahead, put grips on these things, actually marketed them, and then I sent a knife to Haas USMC, and he opened number 1 here, and he performed a task with it, and I put a small ding on the blade there. And honestly, I probably should have cut tested everything. It's a new quench method. I'm exploring a new thing here. He said there's a problem, and would you like me to send it back? I said, yeah, please. So I sent it back, and for a long time, my dad's getting on me saying, you hostage that knife, you should make him a new one, just exactly like the other one. I said, I know, but I sent him a cat's paw, so it's all good. Well, anyways, with my friend's message the other night telling me to pull the grips off my other knives, I thought, well, hey, I could pull the grips off of these. And the cool thing about 01 is pretty forgiving. Okay, so I can renormalize these, heat treat them, re-grip them, and then have the original Comstock. Well, it's supposed to be 1 through 6. There's a 6 running around here somewhere, and maybe was it just 5? Well, I got 1 through 5 here. I can reheat treat, finish them, put the grips on them, and have a working blade. and I don't have to go out and just eat a bunch of metal and regrind and, you know, reform a blade. I can, because 01's actually a pretty forgiving steel. It can be, you know, re-annealed, re-hardened. You know, I've done it before. So this is what I was doing. In case you're wondering why am I pulling these micarta grips off the knife, this is it. So I'll have 1 through 5 done. I might actually do a ferric chloride dip on these for the finish. I'm going to probably wind up, what do you call it, stone wash, and I'll follow up with an acid etch. Maybe I might try it this time around. But I'm going to experiment with these. If they turn out good, if the hardness is consistent and everything's good to go, I might actually have these up for sale. Depends. You know, this is just an experimental phase because I think it would be cool to have the original 1 through 5 with the actual numbers on them, you know, up and ready to roll. And I'm going to send number 1 out to Haas, and you know, once it's done, as long as they all turn out, of course. I mean, they still gotta see how it's going to turn out. But that's just kind of what I was doing. If you guys were like curious about what I was doing, that was exactly it. I'm pulling grips off of knives, and I'm going to go ahead and redo them. So